Welcome to my channel. Today we're discussing Justice Alito's wrong critique of the Supreme Court's unprecedented move to block Trump's deportations, which he calls legally questionable. Don't miss the video for all the details. The Supreme Court's decision to suspend Van Court's deportations marks a significant moment in U.S. immigration law. In a late intervention, the court halted deportations from Texas's Bluebonnet Detention Center, prompting dissent from Justice Alito. This Texas law challenges the Alien Enemies Act and raises crucial questions about immigrants' due process rights. With an ACLU emergency appeal and critiques from Justice Alito, this ruling is pivotal in the immigration debate, highlighting its impact on U.S. immigration enforcement. The Supreme Court's emergency order details. The Alito's intervention in the Van Court's deportation KACLU's a significant moment in immigration law enforcement. The court's decision was extraordinary, and you're restarting the situation's urgency. Timing and unprecedented nature. The Supreme Court issued an emergency order early, let's say, drawing attention for its unusual timing and swift action. The order halted the deportation of Venezuelan migrants at Texas's Bluebonnet detent courtster, highlighting the judiciary's role courts and immigration matters. Justice Alito's dissenting opinion. Justice Samuel Alito's dissenting opinion in the Court's Venezuelan deportation case is a power situation by the court's unprecedented intervention. His fiery dissent, joined by Justice Clarence Thomas, highlights significant concerns about judicial procedure and Thai court's key criticisms and concerns. Alito's primary concern is the timing of the court's midnight order. He argues that the emerged justices taken without proper lower court review or government response, deviates from social norms. He questions the rushed decision and the judiciary's lack of a solid factual basis and proper procedural safeguards. Alito's work and historical context. The Alito's Mies Act, enacted in 1798, is one of the oldest federal laws still in effect in U.S. history. This Courtson grants the president extraordinary powers during times of war or national emergency to detain, relocate, or deport foreign nationals from hostile nations. Previous applications. Alito's edents. The act was notably applied during World War II to just court's courtsonment of Japanese Americans, leading to constitutional challenges and government apologies. Its limited use since then makes its current invocation in the Venezuelan deportation case particularly significant. ACLU's emergency appeal process. The American Civil Liberties Union, ACLU, took swift action by filing an emergency appeal to protect Venezuelan migrants from immediate deportation. This legal avenue emerged as a critical response to the urgent situation developing at the Bluebonnet Detention Center. Court proceedings and hearing, the ACLU's filing stressed the importance of due process and judicial review. Their emergency appeal pointed out potential constitutional violations and human rights issues with the planned deportations, arguing that detainees should be allowed to pursue their legal rights before removal. Government's action and response administrative procedures. The Trump administration maintained that proper procedures were followed in Venezuelan deportations. Government lawyers claimed detainees received notice about potential deportation and could file legal challenges while ensuring due process and national security through established protocols. Impact on Venezuelan deportations detention center conditions. The Bluebonnet Detention Center in Texas is controversial for its OVACL using and limited legal access for Venezuelan migrants. It holds many Venezuelan criminal suspects and is under scrutiny from human rights organizations. The Supreme Court has temporarily halted deportations, allowing DTA organizations to seek legal representation and resolve their cases. Judicial alignment and decision-making. Court's intervention analysis in a government's conservative Justices Barrett Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett joined the majority decision, diverging from their usual positions. This highlights the complexity of judicial decision-making in constitutional and executive authority cases, showing that governments prioritize legal principles over political considerations. The Supreme Court's decisive action underscores its willingness to assert authority in significant constitutional matters, crossing traditional ideological lines. Conclusion. The Supreme Court's intervention in Venezuelan deportations represents a significant moment for U.S. immigration law. The clash between Justice Alito's dissent and the court's emergency stay illustrates the tension between executive immigration authority and due process rights. This decision impacts Texas's Bluebonnet Detention Center, detainees, and sets a crucial precedent for future enforcement. The court's late-night action underscores the seriousness of the constitutional issues involved. It's essential to monitor the developments of this case and its implications for U.S. immigration policy. What do you think about this unprecedented move and its potential effects?